Okay, in this video I have a Yamaha portable keyboard, a Portasound unit that was bought off of eBay and it didn't work, so it was brought to me by a kid that bought this and it didn't work. So he said, hey, can you take a look at this thing and see if you can see what's wrong with it. So I pulled the screws out of the bottom of it and opened it up, and like I say, we have a bit of a corrosion problem here. Maybe some batteries went bad in this thing at some point, and yeah, it looks like it's seen better days. Don't know whether they're gonna have any luck getting this thing going or not, but let's clean up this board first of all and see if we can see something obvious is bad on it. Obviously we've got a connection somewhere. I'm gonna try and clean this up here with some isopropyl alcohol, see if I can get the at least get the board in a little better shape. Now, I'm sure everybody's heard you don't leave batteries in equipment when you're not using them. You remove the batteries, and this is exactly the reason why you do it. Every instruction manual says remove the batteries if you're not going to be using something for a period of time, because, well, when a battery gets corroded or when a battery gets old, the seals will fail or can fail. Sometimes they last an awful long time. Other batteries will go bad very quickly. When the seals fail, the electrolytic, which is corrosive, is going to leak out. Depending on the type of battery too. Zinc carbon batteries, it's acid, and alkaline batteries, it's a caustic solution. But either way, you're going to end up with some circuit board damage if it leaks out onto the board, and sometimes that damage may be irreparable. Now, at this point of the game, I have no idea whether we're going to be able to save the patient here or whether this thing is just too far shot. But I said I would take a go at it and see whether anything can be done to make this thing work. I have no idea. I've never worked on one of these things, so I have no idea how they work. But first things first, let's just first of all see whether we can actually get any power to the unit. Here's something, a little tip. If you want to work on something that needs batteries and you got to have the battery compartment open, you want to make sure your batteries don't fall out, just throw a strip of tape over them. That way when you're working on it, if you turn it over, your batteries won't fall out. Okay, I turn the power switch on this thing, and all I get is a flashing power light and no sound. So, turn the unit over, and I guess the first thing to check is we'll check to see if there's any power making it through the power switch and the voltage regulator and stuff, which I have absolutely no idea what any of these are. There's obviously one main IC here. But let's check some voltages out and see if they've got any voltage anywhere on here. So I'm going to concentrate my efforts to start with down on this section of the board here. I want to take a look and see whether there's any traces open. This looks to be the area with the most damage, and even this looks like this transistor might not even be soldered down right here. But this is the area where there's the most damage. I'm just going to try and scrape off some of the green resistive coating here, the resist coating, that the conformal coating as they sometimes call it, that protects the board. But in this case, it may be masking some trace damage. So I'm just going to clean this area off so that I can actually examine the traces and see if I can see any obvious problems in this area of the board. Okay, just doing some voltage tests here. Coming off the power jack, which is controlled by the switch, you can see I got 7.6 volts. And as I trace this trace along here, I've still got 7 volts here. Follow it along over here, but I've got 0 volts over here. So that may be a break right in that area there of the board. So let's just try putting a jumper wire in that section and see whether we can get any results. So I'm just going to get some solder onto the board here, if I can. If any will stick. There we go. Not sticking very well. Yeah, I know that wire is probably a little bit on the long side there. I'll just clip that back a bit. It's just a piece that I had kicking around. Okay, let's try that again. Problem is when circuit boards have been damaged by battery acid, solder doesn't like to stick very well to them. So just try this and see whether this is the problem or whether there's more than one problem here. Okay, that should restore power to that one. I think I fixed it. I do believe I fixed it. That's all it was just corrosion. I shouldn't be playing these things. Well, the drum machine's not really working. But that just might be a dirty control. I think that's all that is. Let's get in here and see if I can clean that control out. Maybe I can just pop this control off and get in there with some cleaner without having to take it all apart. I think the thing works. Yeah, I can't play the keyboard if my life depended on it. I'm more of a guitar kind of guy, but okay, enough of this nonsense. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.